are live. One Piece chapter 1065. It's finally. Oh, give me a second. One Piece chapter 1065. Weeb. It's
Yeah.
leave finally and join yourself. We live. One Piece chapter 1065. Weeb. It's
Yeah.
leave finally and join yourself. We live. One Piece chapter 1065. Say something, Weeb. Weeb. It's
Again?
leave finally and join yourself. We live. One Piece chapter 1065. Say something, Weeb. Weeb. It's
Again?
leave finally. Okay, great. Yeah, again, because I wanted to make sure that your audio is correct. Uh, for
Every
the
single time, right?
for the goats that are listening.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
We
So,
want them to haunt us.
One Piece chapter 1065. Me and we. This was a fantastic chapter, but nothing happened in it. Basically.
It's an exposition chapter.
Yeah. Despite the fact that it had some combat in it.
True.
And we seen a few new Vegapunk.
Yep.
One is York, the other is Vegapunk Chuck. Give me a second, so I'm pulling it up right now.
Edison.
Edison. It seems to me that Edison seems to be the main cast, the main person. It depends, either Edison or the small
Why?
dude.
No, I think Chaka or whatever he's called is the main one.
But from the look of it, one of the two seems to be the main one. Either the tall one that was talking about the past, or
Yeah,
what
that
you
but that's I think Chaka
Edison?
or whatever he's called.
Oh, that Chaka?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me
Chaka.
see. I'm checking it right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think anyone is the main one because
No. There is absolutely one that's the main one. Cause
no,
how you?
but
Yeah, go
look,
ahead.
look at that. What's her name? The one that's eating. York. Yeah. York's function is basically to eat and
And to
and go
poop.
to the bath to poop. Yeah, exactly. So it seems like Vegapunk has divided all his functions across
Mm-hmm.
all the different Vegapunks. So it might not
Yeah.
be a main one anymore. It might just be Vegapunk has split himself across all his different versions, and each
Mm-hmm.
one has their own function because they're all described as having their own function. Like Edison is the flare, Pythagoras is wisdom. I
Edison
think
is Flair. What is Flair? Edison sounds almost like the smart one.
no, flare is basically the fancy one. So
Hmm. Okay. We might actually get a new invention for Frankie from Edison.
I'm
From
sure that
Edison.
he will whether he's giving anything or not, he will learn something from this and use that
Okay,
to
so there is also a Paisa, Goras, Wisdom.
Pythagoras. It's Pythagoras, dude. That's
Okay, and then
that's a
there is York.
man. Know your history.
Hmm. I I forgot about Paisa. Paisa first time I see. They didn't show him in the past.
No, not in One Piece, but they're famous historical characters.
Never remember, but okay.
You don't know Pythagoras, man? Come on, man.
No, I never heard of him. So you have
What?
York. Her function is basically eat, sleep, and poop, basically. Then we have Shaka. which
You
is
you you sorry. I have to ask. So you never had math in your life?
I had math,
Yeah. Okay, so you don't know the triangle of Pythagoras. Now how
doesn't.
you can calculate the angle of a triangle.
Oh no, that yet no. I forgot all about that.
Okay. But
That maybe it. Okay.
that's where Pythagoras comes from. Edison is the guy who well didn't invent the phone but patented the phone, so he's
hmm
actually he
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
Edison does come maybe sounds what's called something I've heard before. But Shaka is new to me. York is new to me.
Yeah, I mean it all makes sense in terms of
Okay.
this being
So
vagabond. But yeah, like I
Shaka
said,
is the
I,
main,
I well, he's a logic part. So again, I don't think there is a main. I
but
think
who
there
was
they
the one that talking to what's his name? Dragon.
that that was Shaka.
Okay, so
But
then we might as well call Shaka the main then. What I mean
well,
by that, it's because he sounds the most logic, no pun intended, but also the his
yeah, yeah,
design
yes, you,
is the
yes,
most,
um,
human design out there.
well, you don't know because you can't see his face. But I I think that the we have to accept that probably Vegapunk doesn't have any main body because he split all his parts across different ones. So yeah,
Mm,
logic is maybe the most reasonable in the sense that he's governed by logic, but
mm-hmm,
um, like the all his emotions are spread across different versions. So I don't think there is one version anymore of
mm.
Vegapunk. There are different ones,
Okay,
and just some are more approachable.
I'm gonna ask something. When has Frankie Radical Beam ever been portrayed as being something powerful?
All the time.
Nah. He did radical beam a lot to a lot of enemies as they tanked.
It generally is pretty powerful. I mean, it's a fucking laser beam.
Yeah, it is a laser beam, but a lot of enemies tanked it. Like what's his name? The one with the propeller from.
Well, didn't really tank it. He got wasted by Frankie, didn't he?
He did tank it, did he not?
Well, he didn't die.
No. I mean, tank it in the sense he took one and then continued fighting.
Well, yeah, I don't know, remember exactly how the fight went, but in the end,
To
he
me,
got
it's
he got
just
defeated.
I don't remember Radical Beam being that, you know, that out there. Cause what's his name? Serpent Jinbei was giving them the work. I don't think Sanji was serious just yet. Um, Robin was serious because he went into a different mode now. Serpent, or her final form is the devil one, right?
Well, as far so far, yeah, but
Yeah,
doesn't mean that.
we're talking so far. So
Yeah,
basically, so far we didn't see her go so far. So I'm curious just how strong Jim Serpent Jinbei was, because he is a Lunarian and he shouldn't be able to be damaged. Yet a hit from Radical Beam, they're implying it did a lot of damage to him. I'm curious.
yeah,
Do you
yeah. I
think?
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how powerful because this is not like a serious fight, right? So if it's actually a serious fight, we don't know. But look, here's the thing. Even though they're probably, I think the whole point is they look like the Chichibukais that they sort of replace the Chichibukai. So,
Mm-hmm.
but whether or not, maybe on average, maybe considering that you have in the low end, you had Buggy and Crocodile and maybe Moria. They will do better. But like some like Mihawk, of course you can clone him, but he's not gonna uh, be on the same level. I don't think
No,
so.
no, 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 no. Buggy might actually be powerful now. If you
If
give
there's
him a Lunarian, what's
Oh yeah,
called,
sure, sure, sure.
element.
Like I said, on average. So yeah, sure. If they actually bothered, though I can't imagine why, but if they actually bothered making a Seraphim buggy, that would be more powerful than the actual buggy. But
You,
like with Mihawk, obviously you won't. But here's probably a better question. Did they actually make one of Blackbeard?
no, here's another better question. Did they make one of Ace? Did they make one of Whitebeard? And here is the best one
No, no, no,
question.
no, no, no.
No,
Hold on, hold on, hold on. You can, of course, speculate, but so far, all of the Seraphim we've seen are based on Chichibukai. But Blackbeard used to be a Chichibukai, even though it was very briefly. So if they got his DNA from back then, there could be a Seraphim Blackbeard.
mm-hmm. But that would be pre Devil Fruit, two Devil Fruit.
Well, it doesn't really matter because like apparently the Jinbei one also has a devil fruit. Well, Jinbei never had one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Jinbei have the twin fruit from Baby Five. No, no, not Baby Five. What's his name? Senior Pink.
Yeah.
Um, Clearly this is an artificial one, not a real one.
Yeah, but this is, by the way, the thing though. We know we can you can create artificial ones from zone fruits, but so far not from paramecia.
This is the first one we've seen from Paramecia then.
Assuming that that's basically the same one, because we don't necessarily uh, know that.
I mean,
Maybe.
I don't see Vegapunk using an actual Devil Fruit on an Terrapin.
Oh no, I don't think, because that would imply that Senior Ping is dead, but I don't think so. But
Yeah.
um, it could be a devil fruit. It could be I don't know, a zone one that yeah, we don't,
Okay.
but we
So
wouldn't see it. But I don't know.
humor, humor me with this. What if Vegapunk have a copy of every single Devil Fruit in existence?
That will be fucked up.
What I mean by that, cause uh, basically he can recreate it in a way. Cause we've seen it now with the Senior Pink Devil Fruit.
I think there is, because I think that this is where we tie into the whole Void Century thing, because as you see in the ending, shows that there was the civilization, the ancient kingdom, was basically highly
Advanced,
advanced.
an
Yes,
advanced
well,
race.
and I think it's pretty obvious that they invented the devil fruits. So if he somehow studied them and figured out how they create devil fruits, yes, then obviously it's possible to replicate those powers. Though, yeah, the question is how far, like for example, how do you explain the fact that the devil fruit is unique, right? So how would you circumvent that? So there might be some limitations there. Like maybe he can't just duplicate it, but like Seraphim might not be considered really alive or something like that. That's why they can bypass it. I imagine it's going to be very limited because it would be pretty fucked up if he can duplicate every single devil fruit. Because then he could duplicate Luffy's devil fruit. He could duplicate, indeed, the Black Bishop,
Mm.
or yeah, basically every single one. So, and some of them pretty OP. Like this doesn't make any sense to because the whole point of Luffy's devil fruit that is so unique that the world government has decided to hide its existence by giving it a different name. So I
So
don't think
you
that can be replicated.
you don't think he have a copy of Nika Devil Fruit?
I don't think so.
Interesting. Um, Devil Vegapunk. So basically, the voice century. It 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 would explain why they have refrigerators on the Sunny, where they have what's called aquarium, where they have all that stuff, all that luxury and electricity. Um, the question becomes: d- Did the world government steal the technology and eliminated every single person in the void century that was tied to the what's called futuristic race, or did they migrate to what's called to the moon where Enel is?
Nope. I don't think they're on the moon. I think, yeah, I mean,
But remember, the moon was
but
automated. It had automation.
yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to go back to the moon. Like, I I I think this might be just Oda trolling, right? Like he created this side Enel was obsessed with the moon, so he created this side story for him. Sort of, oh, there's actually people on the moon, but they're pirates. Like I mean, I don't think that necessarily is going to
No,
come.
I don't think that would be the case for one simple reason. Um, he would not have made them automated then. We
Yeah,
will
but
see. We will see. But
yeah,
one
but
thing for
the
sure. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
but the automatons are not from the moon. The species were not from the moon. They were from Earth.
Precisely. So then they came from Void Century. Maybe they are from the Void Century, and they left before they were eradicated by the world government.
No. They were created by Professor what's it called moon viewing or something.
He
That
might.
was
Okay. Okay. We will see. We will see.
that
I
that,
will.
that was explained in that chapter, but I don't think that's necessarily because we also seen like Wapol can also sort of create is using his powers basically robots or androids or
Mm-hmm.
cyborg, right? So there's a possibility that's not restricted to Vegapunk or the Void Century. That all has to go back to that. We see stupid over technology, right? Like Vegapunk basically, I mean, I don't think Vegapunk had access to technology in the Void Century when he was still on his island, right? Because if he had, then he probably would have been prosecuted by the world government. So, and how would he be able to? So, I think that probably he got access to that or after he joined the world government, and because he was then had, let's say, clearance or whatever you want to call it, right?
No. What if Vegapunk, because he had access to what's called the Vegapunk, the world government told him you either join us or you die. and they got the technology from him.
Well, no, the technology, well, the implication, at least how I read it, is that it's not necessarily that he borrowed that from ancient civilization. Like it seems to be more like, okay, yeah, I invented this shit, but like basically civilization 900 years ago basically did say like here he said like not unlike Egghead when it comes to technology, right? So that seems to be more like it's not really that he um, borrowed the technology from a civilization, but more or less that he reinvented stuff like 900 years later, which would still mean that civilization was really advanced because they couldn't do that until 900 years later with a genius like Vegapunk.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that sort of makes it a little sus is because they found the that ancient robot. Because obviously there's no fucking way that he didn't use that, learn from that, and build his own robots based on that. But yeah, the thing is like Frankie basically built himself into a cyborg
Mm-hmm.
without any access to ancient technology, right?
Mm-hmm. That was something that bullshit, but I mean it's One Piece, so you gotta accept it.
It, it's bullshit if you try to look at One Piece as a sort of period piece, which is not. It's not like it actually takes place in the real world's pirate age. It takes place in the fantasy world. Anything goes. Yes, they're they don't have. It's not like our modern world, but it borrows like I think it's a much better mesh than, for example, Naruto, right? Because Naruto also had these anachronisms, right? It's a ninja world, but they had like earpieces. They
No,
had
it
like
was the what called the automation started in Boruto.
no, Naruto had it as well. There was actually Naruto also had like these earpieces, modern technology earpiece. There is modern technology in Naruto as well.
Not so far I remember. Everything
Uh,
was
No, I'm 100% sure because it's also heavily inspired by I think the Red Ninja is that that's the manga old manga that also had ninjas that use modern technology. I think that's what Naruto took inspiration from.
that's new for me, real talk, but I believe you. Um,
Oh, like here I'm just looking it up. They even had a camera during the Ninja War.
I don't recall Naruto literally being part of, automation. It was all about what's called magic and chakra and all the jazz.
Oh,
It
yeah, here. I'm just reading it. Like they had like laptops in during the even post or even pre time skip where when they fought the what they're called the what they're called the four demons or
Akatsuki,
something. No, the four shinobi from the sound four. Yeah, those four. Like Shoji was injured, or after the fight, he was basically put up on a monitor that like a modern day hospital monitor, and
mm-hmm.
see laptop. So yeah, there's modern technology in Naruto all over.
Okay, gotcha. In Boruto, they have now automation and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not watching Boruto.
Me
So,
neither, but I've seen it. Oh shit! 1 second. Lucy? Nay. She is biting my controller. That's why She is biting the button the analog stick.
She can bite your toes, but don't touch your controller.
Yeah, precisely. Nay. Mm. Um, Going back to One Piece. Um, we can now make sense of the Straw Hat. That was a thing.
What do you mean?
Because look at the machine that was just revealed. Like, that could. Maybe that Joy Boy himself? Or just a rando?
Uh, what are you referring to exactly? The ancient the robot at the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because how big he is.
I don't think that. I think that's just a robot. I don't think that's Joy Boy.
You don't think that Joy Boy?
Uh, Joy Boy was the previous owner of Luffy's Devil Fruit.
Yeah, but do we know? No, wait. Is that confirmed?
Yes, because they confirmed that
Oh,
Luffy is
yeah,
Joy
yeah,
Boy.
yeah, confirmed. But still, then this could be Joy Boy.
No, why? It's a
Why
robot.
not? We don't know how big Joy Boy was, though.
Yeah, but again, it's a robot. So at best, it would be the armor that he wore, but it's not Joy Boy.
But Joy Boy, what you call it? Um, you think a robot can't eat devil fruit?
I don't know. I mean, technically, I guess it could because weapons can eat devil fruits, or at least you can somehow yeah give them devil fruit power. So yes, in theory, could, but why would that mean it's Joy Boy?
Because okay, um, I'm trying to explain. Maybe this is what Im-sama was holding on to. Is that big straw hat that Joy Boy was wearing?
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely think that was Joy Boy's, yeah, but
So then Joy Boy is gonna be big. He's not gonna be a kid. He's not gonna be a human.
could be a giant, yeah.
This automat looks eerily similar to the what's his name? Uh, the giant that was at Punk Hazard. Not Punk Hazard. Thriller Park.
Horse.
Oh, yeah, precisely.
Mm,
Would you agree?
no.
Come on. Look at him and pull up a picture of Earth. The same broken horn.
Yeah, but it's essentially a helmet, right?
So do you think in the past giant rays were the ones that they were advanced?
Yeah, but again, I think this is a robot. This is not a giant armor. Uh,
Oh, oh,
so
so okay.
so I don't know. I mean, I think the chances are higher that the Lunarians are descendants of the ancient civilization, right? That saves you
Mm,
more chance.
I'm curious if The One Piece world is very, very, very advanced, and it went to the Stone Age.
Well, in a way, I guess that they were sort of set back because they wiped out the ancient civilization, which we now know was very advanced. Because only now Vegapunk basically is rediscovering uh, what they discovered. So essentially, yeah, we were held back at least 900 years. That's what the world government did.
So Vegapunk said, uh, this city is powered via fire.
Hmm.
If he had enough energy, he would create his own sun. Do you think, and this is not my theory, I read it elsewhere on YouTube, on Twitter. Do you think Nika Devil Fruit was powering up this entire building?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Anything, yeah, anything else you want to say about this chapter? Because it was a short chapter.
yeah, the only thing is I'm wondering, will we go back to law or they're just going
Oh yeah,
to
law. I forgot.
leave it at that, and we'll find out in the newsletter what happened with the fight.
Hmm. Um. Real talk, I forgot about law. That's how high the voice century is.
And
What would you rather have?
what do you mean?
Would you rather have voice century or law?
How about both?
If you had to choose between one.
Well, right now I'm actually I kind of want to know how that fight ends because that's immediate. I mean, the voice censor I can kind of predict what happened there. So yeah, I kind of want to know if Law will make it out of there.
Mm-hmm. Real talk, I would go to the voice century. Law can be after the voice century. I'm cool. By the way, I feel like the voice century is gonna be like Almatoran. Oh, never mind. I don't know if you know about Almatoran.
Yeah, sorry again.
Um, Almatoran is you know what Almatoran is?
Hmm,
Okay,
not
so
sure.
um, do you remember Maggie? Yes or no?
Do you remember what you were?
Maggie.
Magi. Okay. Yes, I remember Magi.
Maggie had an arc called Almatoran where they go in the past, and that past is kind of like the void century.
Well, I mean that's that's with any flashback.
Hmm?
I mean that's with any flashback. You're going back to the past.
No,
Sure.
this one is gonna be big, cause Almatoran is literally how it shaped the world. So the voice we're gonna
I
get it, but the
I
problem
know.
with Almatoran is people were so upset that the mangaka went away from the main characters that they cut that we call it short. So they skipped a lot of content. So I hope Oda doesn't do that. I hope Oda does it all the way through. I don't want Oda to, half-ass it. You get me?
Yeah.
Super, super, super excited. Armatoran. Void Century. This is going to be... This have the chance of being legendary.
Everything has a chance to be legendary with One Piece.
Yeah, fair point. But so far, Oda haven't disappointed us with... So far, what he have done with the final saga.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
No, One Piece is still going strong, in my opinion.
Hmm?
One Piece is still going strong, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I said. So far, he haven't disappointed us in uh in the final saga.
Yeah, but you asked me if I agree, so yeah.
You said you don't agree.
I didn't say that. You misheard.
Oh, I misheard you. Okay, got you. Um, now let me pull up the anime squad link because I sent you guys a few things. We gotta start with the beginning. So, first of all, did you know Shanks only appeared in 12 different manga chapters?
Yeah.
Hmm?
I read that.
That's crazy, dude.
I'm not surprised because he generally just shows up like in between arcs or something.
Did you also read Kid Flashback?
Yes,
What's your thought?
that's pretty nice knowing that.
Pretty basic.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you expect?
I don't know, something legendary? A la la.
I mean, it's
It
still
it sounds more and more that La has a better character than Kid.
yeah, of course, because Kid is basically an asshole.
No, 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 no. You can be an asshole. It's just are you well written or no? And
Yeah, but Kid wasn't that prominent like Law. Like Kid just showed up in the in between chapters, and yeah, they met up again at Wano.
La was the kid was supposed to be Luffy rival.
Yeah, I know, but so yeah, I know, but in the end,
People
he
gravitated more
didn't
toward La.
all gravitate, but just Law was giving them more screen time.
No, 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 no. Even before what? No, 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 no. Even before La backstory. Even before what you call it? Post time skip. Kid was supposed to be the quote unquote rival to Luffy, but people gravitated more towards Law. That was just from design and power. And if you think about it, Law power looks more epic, more interesting than Kid. Kid, they call him basically Magneto, in a way.
Yeah, because he is.
But Law, unique. Law design, super unique. Kid design, super basic.
Hold on, no.
Come on.
You come on.
If you
Kid
look
Kid
at
design
Kid
is
and you look
awesome.
at Law,
Law looks like a panda.
La got that death spelling on his knuckles. He got that hat. He got that coat. He got that sword. He
Okay.
is he is a mystery. But when you look at Kid, you look, oh, you are gonna cause trouble. That's it.
Don't do don't do my man kid like that, motherfucker.
Dude, Oda did him like that when he announced that he waited so long to say what Kid Devilfruit was. Is his name is because he thought he already announced it. Turn out his number was, oh yeah, I get what's called. I forgot what it is. Magnet fruit, I think it was. But La had his entire backstory and all. I don't know. I don't know if Kid backstory would be, if it would be animated or written in manga form.
I
I
don't think so.
don't think it would be that much epic unless there is more to it.
I think
Cause
you could, but I don't think we'll ever see it because at least on the manga form because Oda is not going to waste his time on this.
mhm. Okay. Now switching gears. What you thought before you read this? How big did you think Shank's crew was?
Uh, yeah, what we saw was basically just one shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I understand that the screw is bigger than what we expected.
Yeah, apparently this is why Shank's crew call him Big Boss. He said, Oda saying Shank's title of Big Boss should give an idea for the scale of his crew, which is why his top subordinates are also called Big Officers, which
there,
are the ones Oda named in volume FPS.
there's only one big boss, and that's Naked Snake.
We're not doing that. So you have Yasop, you have Lucky Roo, you have Ben Beckman, uh, you have Lime Juice, okay, you have Bonk Punch, you have Monster, you have, wait, so Bonk Punch is the dude, and Monster is the ape on his head. You have Building Snake, you have Hong Hongo, and you have Howling Gap. Yo, I'm so excited to see how they all fight.
Mm.
These are the top of echelon of Shank's crew.
Yeah, Chang is not the only original Yonko crew left.
It sounded to me like um, Shanks is on the level of Blake Whitebeard when comes to crew wise.
Yeah, of course he is on that level. We've seen that before. But I think at this point, obviously he surpasses them because I'm not sure if Whitebeard's crew was a bit disappointing in my opinion, but I think it's mostly because they relied heavily on Whitebeard.
Mm-hmm. I believe, and this is an order, people thought and believed that Shank was always going to be a small crew.
But
Cause,
you can't
mm,
well you can't blame people because that's all we've seen so
That,
far.
yeah,
But
precisely. Yeah, precisely. Even at the beginning. So it makes you then genuinely question how big Shank crew is. And where are they? It's not
mhm.
on this ship.
But yeah, it makes sense that there's more based on how other Yonko crews operate. But yeah, it could have been just one ship, right? I mean, that would also be a demonstration of how
No,
powerful they are.
no, because he didn't say how powerful. He said how big.
I know, but I'm just saying that people thinking that he had just one ship is possible, not just because that's what we saw, but even though Yonko generally have many, like a fleet, Luffy, yeah, he has his Grand Straw fleet, but those are allies. But like his own crew is only on one ship, and he's Yonko now. So could be that Shanks went for quality over quantity. So it's still possible for Yonko to have just one ship if every one of his crew members is a badass.
Then it's power. Then it's no longer big.
I know. I'm not this. I'm not. I've read it, dude. I know that that Oda said it's bigger than what people think it is. I'm just saying that people thinking before we knew this
Oh yeah,
that this is
understandable.
on
That
one
was
ship is
understandable.
understandable
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
plausible because yeah, he could have gone for quality over quantity.
yeah. Real talk. That's what I thought, and that's what a lot of people thought. And it made sense that what's called Luffy was almost like building his crew around how Shank was,
Yeah, that's what I just said.
but from the look of it, apparently Shank's crew is big. So I question how is that gonna be in the fight against Blackbeard.
Who, Luffy or Shanks?
Shanks.
Yeah,
And also, when is Shanks gonna fight Blackbeard? Or if Shanks gonna fight Blackbeard?
I don't know.
Going to be interesting. So, what else is there information wise about? So basically, the name of, CP0 came out.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant to talk, because most of them are dead or gone. So, the one character is apparently named Guernica. It almost could be like a pun to Girnica, but
Could be.
I
I'm
don't
not
know
sure
if
if that.
that's the case.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really matter.
Precisely. Did you read this? If Togashi wrote One Piece would still be in middle of Alabata, explaining Mr. 9 and Mr. 69 and Mr. Cool's Day abilities for the 5 chapters in a row
Yeah,
on a page with chicken scratches as a background.
I mean it. That's mean considering he was ill for a long time.
Is that fair to say or no?
It's not fair to say because the man had health issues.
Real talk, I believe he would be in the new world. I mean, after time skip. But at the beginning of after time skip. Oh, no. Because remember, where we at now with Hunter x Hunter, we are at, what call it, that big cruise. And they are going to the Dark Continent. So let's call it New World. Will not. They don't. They didn't even hit New World yet. So yeah, no, it would be over Arabata. It would be around with what happened with Gon and Pico. You can kind of call it what we call it Ace Death, because Gon was destroyed after that. So you can call it at the beginning of New World. Real talk. That's how I feel. Did you see the picture of Luffy and Kaido fighting, and the rest of the the chapter is well, not chapter. The rest of the page is writing. It was.
No.
Here, let me link it. It actually funny. You're like, what the hell? I can totally see do that with what. Check it out. I shared it. But yeah, I think this was it. There is nothing else to share. Unless you have something else to say.
I am just reading. Shared. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
Um. Yeah. Didn't you want to talk about if One Piece was has more comedy
Oh,
early days?
I believe it's fair. And here's why. One Piece, blah blah blah. It's blah 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 blah. Okay, let's talk. One Piece, pre-time skip. It was all the way comedy. In the Dutch. Lachen en gieren. Oh, gieren. All the way. And it had some serious moments, but for the most part, it was comedy. But after time skip, especially with 8 deaths, it's difficult to be that all the comedic, especially now with us hitting the end game. Like, yeah, there is even comedy mid everything, but it's not gonna be on the level of what's called. Because back then it was carefree. Now it's no longer carefree. Also, there is so many times you can say skull joke or can I see your panty
Yeah.
before it gets old. Or, for example, Oda, what not Oda, Zoro, what we call it, bad sense of direction. Like, we have moments like, do we have any moment in Wano that was on the level of Luffy planting a zombie?
No, I don't think there was anything quite as hilarious now.
The only thing I would say is Luffy's fight with Kaido, year 5. That was funny.
Mm. I think in general, it's fair to say that it's early One Piece, earlier One Piece. I mean, yeah, like the zombie wasn't particularly early, but yeah, you pre time skip was funnier than post time skip,
But
and
not only that, pre-time skip had more gore. Pre-time skip had more. Uh, the powers was more fixated on outsmarting each other. And now, for the most part, it's the one with the best hockey wins. And without conquer hockey, you're nothing. That's why I believe Sanjay is gonna get conquer hockey.
I assume you already asked. Just
The
enjoy it.
second he made Conquer Hunky coating important, it was over. But yeah, it is fair to say that. So the question is, are you still having as much fun with One Piece as beforehand, or is that lacking?
I mean, I still enjoy it, but I think you're getting more enjoyment out of it because you've been a long time fan, because you see throwbacks and you're used to the banter and the jokes, like you're used to Zoro having a bad sense of direction and Nami beating up Luffy, even though he's a Yonko now when he says something stupid. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the jokes were funnier pre-time skip, and yeah, now you see a lot of them being recycled, and there's yeah, it's not the same level as before. I mean, yeah, it could be like you said that it's now more serious. I think there's also part that just sort of yeah, Oda ran out of ideas there, I think.
Mm, if I don't think Oda ran out of idea. He
Well, not
has
in
oh
general, but for comedy he did.
oh comedy. He's just okay. Comedy. What is okay? I'm gonna do a little bit of good thinking of a good comedy moment in after time skip. Um, there is when uh, um I okay real talk. I can't say I if I were to watch it, there's absolutely going to be the comedy moment. But for the most part, it's so focused on fighting, on storytelling, that it actually puts comedy to the side. E-
It's
Even with
still
them,
there.
we just had a few comedy moments.
I
Like,
mean, it's still there though. It's not like I don't maybe it's more intense, but I don't think it's like it doesn't have any comedy. I mean, even there's certainly some funny moments there, like what's his name? Fuck, I forgot. I keep forgetting. It's Kanjuro. Like how he has the ability, or at least he was pretending now, we know that, but that he had the ability to bring drawings to life, but he really sucked at it. But so all his drawings were also really weak because he draw them really bad. Like he still has sort of I guess still the originality of thinking of new jokes, but in general the jokes were better before the time skip. They're
mm,
like
but that's the thing though.
yeah.
Before time skip, there was no big signs of you know cruelty. Not cruelty. I remember there was the UFO moment with Luffy. Literally second after Zoro told Luffy, we gotta be serious. This is a new world. And then Luffy does the UFO. Remember?
Yeah, yeah, again, but I think Luffy that's still the case. So it's just the stakes are higher, but I don't think that there's still room for the comedy. I don't think it's necessarily the problem that because the stakes were also high pre-time skip, right? There was a really serious moment there, but the difference there, um, I think just like there were some a lot of jokes were really fresh and now I guess it's not necessarily to run out of ideas. They're still jokes, but it's not as sharp as it used to be. I think at some point you probably ran out of, let's say, the best ideas for jokes, and then you come up with other ideas that just are don't hit that same level.
Mm-hmm. I will see. I'm gonna look focus more on the comedy and see if gonna hit or not. But we will see.
I mean, I literally laughed out loud at some of the jokes pre-time skip. So I definitely think that it's definitely peak comedy. Um, I don't really recall anything like that post time skip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no. Actually, I do. Dressrosa when everybody was laughing their ass off at Pika's voice. That was actually really funny.
Um, there is nipple light.
Yeah. No, the especially the anime adaptation that was absolutely brilliant. Luffy's laugh and how everybody was just the every all his allies who were gathered around him were just all had the same response to Pika, that they were just laughing their asses off when he was speaking, even though he was like a giant stone, you know, titan at the moment. That
Mm-hmm.
was funny. So yeah, still has it. I think it's just a bit more sparse, and you can probably, if you list the top moments, you probably can list much more of those pre-time skip than post-time skip.
Um, okay. So if you had to focus, like for example, this is a comedy moment. She eats all the way and then she pooped and is done. That was funny. Cause she, okay, so not to switch topic cause it's hurting me. Every time I look at Vegapunk, the very first one that was introduced, she looks so much like Uta. It's not even funny.
Yeah, but it's not funny.
Would you agree?
You mean Lilith?
Yeah,
Does she look like Uta? I don't know.
she looked a lot um like Uta.
Mm. No, I'm not seeing it.
You don't see it?
Nope.
Oh well. Okay. With that being said, anything else you want to say?
No, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, we covered everything. So, if you had to choose, you must choose one.
Hmm.
Law or White Century?
Already said law.
Oh, what?
Well, what I want to see right now, I'm more interested in how the fight Law and Blackbeard ends than the Void Century. I'm more invested in that at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Then yeah. I'm Void Century all the way, all day, every day. Cause with Void Century we're gonna actually have answers. With Law, we probably know either he is captured or someone intervened. Unless Law have a pebble in his hand or is in his pocket. Because remember, all you need to do is to throw the pebble and he can teleport. but I'm curious how it's gonna do. But yeah, this was it. Yeah, I was able to do what's called at 11 this week. Tonight, I'm curious how it's gonna tomorrow be. If I'm gonna be able to, do a show, I will see. But this was a great conversation. Since you have nothing else to add, we're out, right?
Yeah.